Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is drinking a soda, eating a chocolate bar, enjoying a candy, or stirring sugar into a cup of coffee. Sugar is one of the most consumed ingredients on Earth, and billions of people use it every single day. But have you ever wondered where those tiny white crystals actually come from? Because if you've ever seen raw sugarcane growing in a field, it looks absolutely nothing like sugar. It's tall, tough, covered in fibers, and looks more like bamboo than something you would put into your morning coffee. Yet somehow, giant factories can transform these massive green stalks into pure white sugar through one of the most impressive food manufacturing processes in the world. And here's the crazy part. During harvest season, some factories process thousands of tons of sugarcane every single day. Endless trucks arrive loaded with freshly harvested cane, crushing mills operate around the clock, and giant processing systems work non-stop to recover every possible crystal of sugar. So how do farmers grow billions of tons of sugarcane, and how do factories transform it into one of the world's most important ingredients? Let's find out. The journey begins in vast sugarcane plantations located in warm tropical regions. Before planting starts, farmers prepare the soil using heavy agricultural equipment. Instead of planting seeds, sections of mature sugarcane stalks are placed directly into the ground. Over the following months, roots begin forming and new shoots emerge from the soil. As time passes, the fields undergo an incredible transformation. The young plants grow taller and taller until they form dense green forests of sugarcane, stretching across thousands of acres. Throughout the growing season, farmers carefully manage irrigation, fertilizers, and crop health to maximize sugar production. Hidden inside every stalk is sweet juice that will eventually become sugar. Once the crop reaches maturity, harvesting begins. This is where the scale becomes truly impressive. Giant harvesting machines move through the fields, cutting sugarcane at incredible speed. Rotating blades remove unwanted leaves, while powerful cutters slice the stalks near ground level. The harvested cane is chopped into smaller sections and loaded directly into transport vehicles. Speed is extremely important at this stage. Once sugarcane is harvested, its quality slowly begins to decline. To preserve maximum sugar content, fleets of trucks transport the freshly cut cane directly to nearby processing plants. During peak harvest season, factories may receive hundreds of truckloads every day. As the trucks arrive, each load is weighed and inspected. Factory workers collect samples to evaluate quality and sugar content before the cane enters production. After inspection, conveyors move the sugarcane towards cleaning systems where dirt, leaves, stones, and other unwanted materials are removed. The cleaned sugarcane then enters powerful shredding machines. These machines tear apart the tough stalks and break them into smaller fibrous pieces. At first glance, the shredded material looks more like wet grass than something capable of producing sugar. But hidden inside those fibers is the valuable juice the factory wants to extract. Now comes one of the most important stages in the entire process. The shredded cane passes through a series of enormous crushing mills equipped with heavy steel rollers. These rollers apply tremendous pressure, squeezing the cane repeatedly to extract as much juice as possible. As the material moves through mill after mill, huge quantities of sweet juice flow out. Meanwhile, the leftover fibrous material, known as bagasse, is separated. Surprisingly, this material is not wasted. Many factories burn bagasse in special boilers to generate steam and electricity, helping power the facility itself. At this stage, the extracted juice looks nothing like the sugar people recognize. The liquid is dark, cloudy, and filled with impurities. To improve its quality, it moves into clarification tanks, where special treatment processes remove unwanted particles and plant material. As clarification continues, the juice gradually becomes cleaner. But there is still one major problem. It contains far too much water. To solve this, the juice enters massive evaporation systems. These evaporators use heat to remove water while increasing the concentration of sugar. As more water disappears, the liquid becomes thicker and thicker. The transformation is remarkable.
What started as thin plant juice slowly turns into a dense golden syrup rich in sugar. And this is where things get really interesting. The concentrated syrup enters large vacuum pans where sugar crystals begin forming. Tiny seed crystals are introduced into the syrup, giving sugar molecules a surface on which to grow. Under carefully controlled conditions, more and more sugar attaches to these seeds. Gradually, millions of crystals begin developing throughout the mixture.
This stage requires extraordinary precision. Temperature, pressure, and concentration must be monitored constantly. Even small changes can affect crystal size and final product quality. As crystallization continues, the syrup transforms into a thick mixture containing solid sugar crystals suspended in liquid. This mixture is then transferred to high-speed centrifuges. These machines spin incredibly fast. The spinning force separates the sugar crystals from the remaining liquid, known as molasses. While the molasses is removed for other uses, the sugar crystals remain behind. And for the first time, real sugar finally appears. But the process still isn't complete. The freshly separated crystals contain moisture that must be removed before packaging. The sugar enters large drying systems where carefully controlled airflow removes excess water. As drying continues, the crystals become free-flowing and stable. After drying, the sugar is cooled and transferred to storage silos. Samples are collected and tested to ensure the product meets quality standards. Technicians examine purity, moisture levels, color, and crystal consistency before approving the batch. Once approved, the sugar moves into automated packaging lines. High-speed machines weigh, fill, seal, and label bags of sugar with incredible accuracy. Some packages are prepared for supermarkets, while larger industrial bags are shipped directly to food manufacturers. The finished sugar is then loaded onto trucks and transported to warehouses, distribution centers, beverage companies, bakeries, candy factories, and retailers around the world. Within days, the same sugarcane that was growing in a field becomes part of soft drinks, cakes, cookies, candies, chocolates, cereals, and countless other products consumed every day. And that's the part most people never see. Behind every spoonful of sugar lies an enormous operation involving agriculture, heavy machinery, industrial processing, chemistry, transportation, and quality control. From vast sugarcane fields and harvesting machines to crushing mills, evaporators, crystallizers, centrifuges, and packaging systems, every stage plays an important role in producing one of the world's most widely used ingredients. So the next time you add sugar to your coffee or enjoy your favorite sweet treat, remember the incredible journey it completed before reaching your table. And that is how billions of tons of sugarcane are grown, harvested, and transformed into sugar inside a modern factory. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes factory journey, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing manufacturing and production stories. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.